Now, for this video, we're going to look at a real-world problem. So this problem says that the time t in hours it takes for a group of volunteers to build a playground varies inversely with the number n of volunteers. So at first, I see that it varies inversely. So I know for my equation that means my equation is going to look like y is equal to a over x, since it varies inversely. And then it says it takes a group of 10 volunteers 8 hours to build the playground. So I want to make a table showing the time it would take to build a playground when the number of volunteers is 15, 20, 25, and 30. Well, in order to fill out this table, I need to know my equation for this. So I need to figure out what my a value is. It gives me one data point when it says that a group of 10 volunteers takes 8 hours to build the playground. And so I know that number of volunteers is n, so that means that this is n, and the time t is r, 8 is t. And so this one isn't using y and x, this one instead is using n and t. And we see that our n is our pretty much x value. We can see that with this table, and that the n is on top and t is like our y value. So I can plug in 10 and 8 into this equation to find my value of a, and that's going to help me find the rest of these values. And so my t is 8 and my n is 10. In solving that, I can multiply 10 on both sides, and I get that 80 is equal to a. So my equation here is going to be that t is equal to 80 divided by n. So now we can use this equation to fill out this table. So it's 80 divided by n, so t is equal to, this first one is going to be 80 divided by 15. And when you do 80 divided by 15, you get 5.333, or in other words, 16/3. And so thinking of this in terms of hours, that means it's going to be 5 hours and 20 minutes, because a third of an hour is 20. Okay, this next one is going to be 80 divided by n, which is 20. And so that's going to be 4 hours. 80 divided by 25, we get 3.2. And so 1/5 of an hour is 12 minutes. So this is going to be 3 hours and 12 minutes. And then this last one is 80 divided by 30, which is going to get us 2 hours and 40 minutes. Okay, and then part B says, what happens to the time it takes to build the playground as the number of volunteers increase? And so we see in this table, as the number of volunteers increase, the time it takes the playground decreases. So I can say it decreases.